Hey guys.
Welcome back to our channel and welcome back to... What is it?
Traditional or toxic?
Traditional or toxic?
Traditional or toxic?
Traditional and toxic.
We're both. No, this is a fun little series that Maddie and I are doing, which is covering all the juicy dating topics, and you're going to get our take on just exactly what we think. So if you haven't seen episode 1, make sure to go back and check that out, which we did last week. But if you have already, welcome to episode 2.
Yay!
This week we are doing modern dating versus traditional dating. This one could be some fun.
Saucy.
Saucy. Let's get into it. Ooh, question 1. Are traditional gender roles still relevant in 2026?
This is such a hot topic right now.
It is.
Oh, look. Is it weird to say I'm kind of like Switzerland? I'm kind of in the middle.
Don't come after Maddie.
I feel like I love some parts of traditional gender roles. However, I feel like with the evolution of women, of us also being business women, being, bigger in the workforce, also I feel like some, places there isn't just the, stay-at-home mums. I mean, very privileged people to be like stay-at-home mum. What?
You molting.
Sorry, I'm molting at the same. I know, my hair keeps coming out. I feel like there is very privileged families at the moment that can have the stay-at-home mum and the man, support the family. I feel like that is very much kind of not dead, but it's much harder to come by these days. So I feel like I prefer a healthy balance between both.
Yeah.
And both, I mean like traditional gender roles of like you do certain things, I do certain things, but then also it's kind of like I don't have a problem. Like, I don't know.
I think that, so my take on it, I'm a little bit more towards the traditional side, but with a more modern take. But I'm not trying to say I'm Switzerland either. So what I mean is, understandably in today's world, most women have to work within a household to pay bills. Traditionally, that would be a man. However, I think the way you still raise kids and children is still super important. Like, I do believe the dad should be the head of the household. I do believe that, at the end of the day, they still are the protector and the provider.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that the majority of men should have a more disciplinary role within the family in terms of that.
I was just gonna say, I always feel like it kind of feels a little bit different for me because I grew up with a single mum.
Yeah.
I didn't get to witness traditional gender roles or values.
Yeah, kind of.
My mum was mum and dad.
Yeah. In that speaking, like that is fully understandable. I think there's nothing more scary than hearing the words out of your mum's mouth of wait until your father gets home.
Yeah, I never had that.
Yeah, so I think
it was just me going home to mum that I was like, fuck!
Love you, mum.
Scary lady.
So yeah, for me, I think that, and I think like traditional roles around the house of like the wife takes care of inside, the dad, like male role takes care of outside of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Traditional roles.
That stuff, you can mow the lawn. No
all,
worries.
yeah, all of that stuff. I feel like I am. Yeah, it's like, so I would kind of call it like it would still be traditional values, but with a more modern flex to suit the economic environment. So really, the only thing is I feel like not a lot of men can provide for that full family at the moment.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
But equally, I will say with that is I think it's equally important for a lot of men to also carry the slack of the fact that their wife is also working full time, because I feel like that also gets outweighed to where traditional roles are kept, but the wife is also working.
Yeah.
So then I feel like a lot of like, oh, she does the housework and the washing and the cooking and the this and the that. So I also think it's very important within a relationship to kind of make sure that you're carrying the weight evenly.
And I think what is the most importantly, I can take the monetary thing out of that, things are 50-50, like we do, pay off, like whatever the fuck. I think the most important thing is just to respect each other.
Yeah, you're meant to love each other.
Like you're meant to love each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like we're going into this literal partnership together, and relationships I feel like are so different from the 50s, 60s, 70s. Like it's so different because we both bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
I also hate when men say, "What do you bring to the table?" Like,
Yeah.
I am the fucking table.
Just your security and your love and all the other shit. I
Yeah.
can deal with your emotions.
Me, I am the fucking table. But like, I just think respect goes a long way, and then coming together to work as a team to be like, okay, cool, that would be so great if you could do this. Like, I appreciate so much that you can do this. And then also reciprocated for you to be like, hey, fuck, I appreciate little things that you say to me, or that, like this morning, like, thank you so much, but like the towels are just always done.
Yeah.
I love doing the washing. I feel like for me that's quite easy to always have your clothes done and other things done. You cook me a lot of food, which I love. But then also, like, I also don't have to worry about anything ever being broken.
Yeah.
Because you fix things, and I like when you fix things. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Number 2, should men pursue and women choose? Yeah. So I from a guy's point of view, I feel like if you don't have the guts to pursue the woman that you're interested in, I feel like you're not deserving of her anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like, if you can't ask, and in today's world, like, let's be real, dating has never been easier in the sense that you don't even need to ask a woman face to face now. You can flip her a DM.
Yeah.
Like, so in terms of like, dating has never been so contactless that I feel like if you just can't at least make the bare minimum effort of messaging someone, I feel like you're not deserving.
Yeah, gone are the days I feel like it would have been so cute to have like a boy that would have to come up to your house, knock on your door, and ask your parents, like, I would like to take your daughter out on a date. That's the generation I feel like I.
Well,
Although I don't
wouldn't
know
have
if
got
it's
from me.
wrong.
You probably wouldn't have fucking heard from me.
Yeah, you sucked on the first time I ever met you. That didn't want to speak to me.
Worked though, didn't it? Hey. Can't say it was a bad tactic. We had a long play there.
7 years later.
Ooh, 3. This kind of ties into what he's saying. Is modern dating harder than it was 20 years ago? Don't know. I wasn't dating when I was fucking 8. Yeah, I was fucking racking it in.
Shut up.
I'm gonna say yes.
Really?
Yeah, I am, because I feel like comparison has never been so high as well, and like 20 years ago, you weren't going on a date and then getting put into forums and then having a whole bunch of people comment on you, and then you weren't going online and then seeing some 10 out of 10 comparison to a girl that or guy that you've just got on a date with that lives halfway across the world. So I feel like the excitement for dating would have been there a lot higher 20 years ago, because your whole world would have evolved around that date.
Yeah. My brain just kind of went straight to being stuck in a marriage, like women kind of being stuck in a marriage and not loving it, and just kind of treated like, just...
Well, from 20 years ago, I feel like that all started to break down anyway.
Yeah. What was the question?
Was dating harder 20 years ago?
Oh.
Is modern dating harder than it was 20 years ago? I would say modern dating is harder.
That's my mum. Actually, she wouldn't have been dating 20 years ago.
Well, I feel like people feel like they have this endless amount of options, but realistically, they also don't choose anything either. So I feel like you're dating in a world of like, you've got people who've got unrealistic expectations for themselves on who they can get.
Yeah.
Where I feel like, that's not the reality of like what's available to them.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess, again, with the whole contact thing, I guess it's a lot easier for women to kind of swoop in and message you if they wanted to on any type of platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Snapchat or some stupid thing like that.
Number 4, should a man lead the relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I felt like I had to lead and make the decisions and, figure out things when shit got tough, like, nah. I want to feel like I can be protected and safe, and if you always, I don't know, if I felt like I had to just figure things out all the time. I'd be like, this is fucking exhausting.
Do you know a big thing that I think is overlooked by a lot of men, which I will say because I think the focus goes on a lot. I think a lot of men, because we are very logical people, we try to think that the answer always needs to be in the physical form of actually breaking down the situation. I would argue that 95% of relationships, men can lead their relationship purely by being emotionally stable.
100%.
So I think that by leading a relationship doesn't necessarily mean, if we need to get out of here tomorrow, what's the fastest way of being able to get a taxi and get an Uber and do this and do that and do that. I think that's where we go to in terms of how can we lead a relationship. But I think the main thing is how can I keep you calm when it's stormy?
Yeah.
And I think that if you can figure that out in a relationship, I feel like you were leading it a hell of a lot more than what you actually realize.
Yep. Nail on the head, babe.
Yep.
I love that one.
Is 50-50 dating realistic?
No.
No.
That's stupid.
No. I mean, dating's always 100%, but I feel like the percentages always change.
One day you could be 80, I could be 20.
Yeah. As long as you make it 100.
Okay, what do you think? I don't know if the question's there, but monetary wise, what's your take on if we moved out together and started renting somewhere, or?
I feel like that's actually a really good question. I feel like depending on the relationship thing, if you and I hadn't lived together and started living together, and we were new, I would say within the first, let's say if we were dating for 6 months and then we moved in together, I would be all for 50-50 unless you knew otherwise. So unless it was hey, I know you don't have enough money to put in for rent, I'm happy to cover it. Apart from that, I think the initial stages, if you've both got your own income, should be 50-50. Purely because I think you haven't lived with them yet. So you don't actually fully know how you function as a couple. And I feel to save this is a bit of our saving tactic, but to save the messiness of being I've put into us 100% and you have given nothing, that animosity, I personally think that it should be 50-50. Unless you're willing to do more. But I don't think it should be an obligation, if that makes any sense.
So if I made less than you and we just started...
Yeah, so hypothetically, let's just say, for easy numbers, if you made $500 and I made $1,000 and our rent was $500, I think it's unrealistic to think that that is a functioning thing unless I know that and I'm willing to pay more.
Yeah.
But to have the expectation that it should just be everything is split and everything, I feel everything should be split unless the person who has the power of control is willing to also actually give more, because I think it's an unrealistic thing for you. Let's just say with that situation for you to go, well, you're just going to pay more because you make more. I think it should be 50-50 until. I do. Just in early dating, I don't think, because I think it's an ugly, because you end up in situations where someone carries the relationship for the first year, they build up a lot of resentment, and then I feel it goes to shit, and they feel they turn around and there's a lot of animosity of I've given everything to you.
Maybe in your relationships.
I feel a lot of men would feel that way.
Okay.
Because I feel a lot of men actually try to give a lot more financially.
Generally because you guys make a lot more.
Yeah. But then I'm just saying from a man's point of view, I feel a lot of men feel they give a lot more than what they receive financially. So my answer is around that.
Because we don't make as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean if you were to if you were to pay, okay, let's just say I didn't make as much as you. Let's say I make $700 a week and you make $1,200-1,500. And then rent's $500 or whatever. And we still, bills and stuff like that. I feel if there was anything that, I feel both saving together and putting money away, the same 50% money away for bills. And then for rent being every week, could be 60-40, 70-30, whatever. But then I feel as well with the woman potentially doing a little bit more around the house. Because if you were cleaning just as much as me, if you were cooking just as much as me, then I wouldn't mind. Like, if I was then having to pay 50-50 of everything, then you better be doing also 50-50 of the housework and everything else that I do.
Yeah, so because general gender roles in today's world, everyone's working 40 hours. If we're working the same though, and I'm making more money, and I'm putting more in, and then I'm also cooking, where does it balance out? Because now I'm just paying more and doing more.
But then I'm having to also still pay 50-50, but then still do those roles.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the argument could be made the other way. Like, if you, in that situation, if you're a woman who doesn't cook, and the male cooks, then he's making more money and contributing more money and also doing that. And say if he's, I don't know, in the mines and does his own washing, then you know what I mean. Like you're trying to create a financial argument around the fact of being like household chores, but that's only if the household chores aren't split. If they are split 50-50, then it doesn't matter. It just means I'm paying more money at the end of the day.
No, disagree.
Anyway, next question.
Stop.
Has social media damaged dating?
Yeah.
Yes.
For shizzle. Well.
Do you know? No. Okay. Has it damaged dating or has it exposed people?
It's 100% exposed people.
Because I feel like a cheater's going to cheat. It doesn't matter if they've got social media. That's just made it easier.
Yeah.
If people have wandering eyes, it doesn't matter if you go to the fucking beach, the shops, or they've got social media. They're still going to do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like social media shows people their true colours.
100%.
Yeah.
And because I feel like modern day social media, yeah, has
I will say, sorry, just what you remember. I will say on that, it has damaged it in the sense that, as we said in a previous answer, I think modern day social media or social media in today's world has damaged the illusion of what dating and that should be. So I feel like people go on, have these crazy, and not just dating, but just these crazy lives, and it creates a crazy expectation that when someone isn't given that in real life, I think they're really let down.
Oh yeah.
So I think that like let's just say, if you see a celebrity go on the first date and they go on this, fucking $1 million yacht and they blah 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 blah, and you're like, oh, my one was to Macca's. It's like, I feel like it damages it in terms of people's expectation.
Major expectations, yeah.
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 And I think that's also for the way people, there's so many aspects on that one.
Yeah. Good question.
Should a woman ever make the first move? I don't see why not. Because I think, for me, I think the guy could also just be very polite.
Yeah.
So I don't see like the negative thing.
I think there's nothing wrong with making a move.
No.
And like what move? Sexually? Or like offering to move in? Or
Dance move.
dance move? Yeah, no, I fil like it's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like the older that you get, I mean, the least I want to waste time. Like, our first date, I asked Jake what his fight style was like. And I remember telling people that when I went back to work and was updating everyone on my date, I was like, I asked these questions and people are like, I would never ask that on a first date. And I'm like, why? If I'm gonna, like, I'm dating to actually have a future with someone, I feel like, why wouldn't I want to know how you can resolve conflict with me? Because I'm just not here to fuck spiders.
What were you there to though? Hey?
I just feel like it's, I don't know, I'm all for just, I would rather, the whole waiting game, so, you shouldn't ask those things just yet, or, I actually watched a reel, someone was like, no, don't ask them if they want kids or if they're blah, 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 like.
What are you asking?
I'm like, do you want to do this or not?
Oh, number 8. Big bang. This one could really piss a lot of people off. Is feminism helping or hurting modern relationships? You're fucking it.
Muffin.
Yeah. Feminism is fucking.
I think there's 2 sides of feminism.
Yes.
I think, and to everything, I feel like there is a side of women who are wanting to stand up for themselves. I feel like there is another side of just, let's tear down the other side. And I just think, coming from a side of, I can appreciate so much within men, and there is so much within women that men cannot do. There was so much within men that women can't do that I'm so just, I don't know, the hatred towards people, like, I can't fucking stand.
Yeah, I think the shit thing is that, and this isn't just for feminism and feminists and the whole thing. This also can be used the other way, and the way men are, like, some toxic masculinity can be. I think the shit thing is like, we're just two halves of the whole. Like, neither of us can grow a society without each other. And I just feel like the fact that, like, now, like, in life now, where, like, some people see the other sex as the enemy, like, I feel like that baffles me, because, you know, like, as Maddie said, like, women can't drive, but, like, men can. They can cook dinner. No, I will say that, like, there's beautiful things that women can do that a male just could never do in their life. And I think that should be celebrated. I also think that men generally take more protective jobs. Like, not, I know there's some women who do, but a lot of men are on the front line and do things. And a lot of, like, men will die for their partner in a heartbeat. And I think that, like, that gets overlooked a hell of a lot. And I just think that, like, I wouldn't expect Maddie to die for me. You know what I mean? And so I just think that, I don't know. I think that it's not necessarily fully the feminist issue. I think it's the division in males and females in society in general that.
That's really true. I feel like there's a side of men who really hate women, and I feel like there's a side of women who really hate men.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
I have a question for you. Yeah. Do you think that's ever going to change?
I think it needs to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. Okay.
Because at the moment, I feel like you've had a lot of movement one way, and then I feel like you've had, like, a lot of recoil in the other. I kind of feel like you still got two parties, which are just kind of. So, like, I'm going to probably be a little bit biased on this view. I feel like you've got a lot of, even though men can be very like, to say, let's just call the toxic masculinity and the feminists, feel like a lot of feminists still hate men, but I feel like still a lot of toxic masculinity is still based around protecting and providing for women. So I feel like, in saying that, there needs to be a lot of work done in like helping the issue of women hating men, which I would actually go to another step further and say that's actually caused from men. I feel like there's a lot of men who are telling women they should hate men.
Yeah.
So men are the issue. That's a whole other topic. That's a whole other episode. But yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Can traditional values exist in modern relationships? Of course they can.
Yeah.
I think we answered that pretty well in the first question of gender roles anyway. I think values are values, and I think that the world's always evolving, so you can't really have anything that's too traditional in a modern world. So
that's
you
true.
can only, are men expected to do too much in dating? I feel like a lot of men do fuck all in dating. I don't even date men. I fucking feel that. I don't know, but, like, from mates and that I have, I feel like a lot of men really don't put a lot of effort into anything. So I'll probably say men can probably do a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, can I look at the question again?
Are men expected to do too much in dating?
I mean, what are you expected to do?
Or, you know what I'd love to see on this topic? I'd actually love to see men make a little bit more effort in dating. I feel like we need to lose the whole thing of, like, datings. Like, this was sound like, I don't mean it in this way, it's going to be my terminology, that, like, dating's a gay thing and guys are, like, real, like, pretend like they don't do it with their mates. I feel like guys need to drop the shit with their mates and actually just, like, be proud of the effort they put in with a girl.
Yeah.
I feel like that, like, some of my closest friends, they have the highest level of value to their partner. And that's why they're my closest friends, because I appreciate how they speak about their partner. You'll never catch them speaking ill of their partner. So I just feel like that as a whole, I think we need more men who are proud of the effort they put in. Like, you know, guys going, like, I couldn't even imagine a world of, like, guys going to a work site and being like, yeah, bro, like, I got her the flowers and I got her the chocolate. Like, and like, even back at home, I remember when I would go to the shops and do that, and like guys would be like, "Oh, what have you done now?" And like blah blah blah. And it's like there's such a like a funny stigma around guys putting effort in, which is like you don't want to be caught putting effort into a girl. But I feel like why not?
That's really true, actually.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like, I see a guy with flowers. Like if there's something a guy can do that will make me smile so much, it's seeing him walk with flowers. Because I'm like, he's about to make some girl's day.
That's really cute.
It's true though. Like you see a guy walking through there with flowers, and I'm like I
Or
really...
attend to the mistress, other one.
Yeah. Well.
Just kidding. Well, it's making one girl happy.
Yeah. Someone's fun.
Just kidding.
Well, 11 on the counter. Are women expected to do too much in dating?
What are we expected to do? Who has? Hold on. Who has these expectations? I want to know whose expectations there are.
Well, you expect that men should pay on the first date.
Okay, yeah. So I do. That's actually, yeah. So something I value is men. I like to pay on the first date. I would like that. To me, it just makes me feel like. Oh, it's been a long time since I've.
I was gonna say, you sound like this is happening next week. Guys who are gonna ask me out on a date, I expect it.
No, I just feel like, you know what? What do you expect of me?
To put out.
Jake!
No.
But that's pretty much the only thing.
But not so. I'm against that. I feel like I feel like you shouldn't be going on a first date with the expectation.
I don't mean on the first date.
With dating.
No, I mean like just with us. Like, what do you expect of me?
Loyalty and just honesty.
Okay.
That's
Jigs.
That's probably like the two things. Like, you know, in the whole dating thing, all I would ever ask for is just like be honest with me and be loyal to me. And if you don't want to be loyal, just at least be honest about it so you don't waste my time. That's all it is. Like, I don't like, and I suppose it's the whole cake and eat it too thing, but it's like I don't understand why people feel like they need to play this fucking game with people. Like you're really not that special. Like, this whole thing that people go, I don't want to hurt them. I'm just going to emotionally fuck them for multiple years and cause trauma to them because that's so much easier than just telling them I wasn't actually that interested. Like, I just feel like you know how people, people do that all the time, and they're like, oh, I really don't want to hurt her, so I won't tell her that I'm actually seeing someone else. It's like, anyway.
Reevaluate yourself.
Yeah.
I think as well, like, what I expect from you is communication.
Yeah.
And courage. I don't really expect much else. Besides rub my feet, maybe sometimes.
Just love me a little bit.
Just love me a little bit.
Lucky last question. Is dating easier for women?
Well, you're not a woman, so are we answering that one?
Well, you're not a man, so you wouldn't know how hard it is for us loyal soldiers out there.
Is dating easier for women?
I'd say it's probably just as fucked, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't think it's easier for women. Men will go for anything. There's a smaller pool.
Nah, it's easier for women.
How
Heaps
is it?
easier.
How is it?
Because women hold the power. Every woman holds the power.
We do.
So I feel like, so the first thing that came to my head is, it is so much, so you kind of just said it in a backwards way of, men will go for anything. So the expectation that you can get it, like, you can be an ugly ass chick and get attention from a guy. Because men will go for anything. But women won't.
So it's harder for women.
Yeah, but I suppose it depends on what end. Like, is it harder to achieve? Because statistically, women won't sleep with a guy that she won't date.
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, guys will.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is there's, well, in the world of being a woman, when you've got most guys will throw themselves at you, you have a lot more opportunity.
You do, but whether they're all fitting the criteria is another story.
Yeah, but like that can be said both ways. But what I'm saying is as a guy, because a lot of women today, and I will say a lot of below average women these days have these unrealistic expectations of themselves that they can get a lot higher caliber man than what they can actually attract. I would say that you've got a lot of ugly ass women thinking they can get a lot of great men who they would never get in their life. That I feel like wipes out a lot of men in today's society, that they will never actually get women at their same caliber because the women in their caliber think they deserve more because they've seen it on TikTok.
No, but I feel like as well that comes from women being able to sleep with really high value, I don't know if that even, but like with
A
men.
higher caliber guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they do, like, that
Yeah,
happens.
because guys will drop their standards to sleep with someone.
Yeah, so do you blame women for feeling like they deserve more?
Well, I feel like you should look in the mirror and be honest. Peppa Pig.
Jake!
Anyway, this has been a great episode too. A little bit of spice in there. No pigs were hurt in this episode. Anyway, this is good fun. You're getting to know the real us. And
Traditional or toxic?
traditional or toxic, you decide. No, this is good fun. Once again, thank you for watching all the way through. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you again next week for episode 3, which will be great fun. So we'll see you then.
Bye!